So in this video, I'll be discussing the top 3 prospects that the New York Knicks should consider selecting with their 42nd pick in the second round of the 2022 NBA draft. And in the past few years, the Knicks front office actually showed us that they could find hidden gems in the second round. And some second rounders that were drafted by New York recently include players like Mitchell Robinson as well as Rokas Jokubaitis and Miles Deuce McBride. And so New York has definitely been able to show that they have an amazing draft scouting team, especially when led by guys like Walt Perrin and Scott Perry. So now with that being said, let's get into the first prospect that New York should try to select with their 42nd pick in round 2. So Kai Sotto would be the first prospect that the Knicks should consider selecting with their 42nd pick. And last season, Soto played for the Adelaide 36ers in the NBL. And during his time there, he averaged 7.5 points per game and 4.5 rebounds as well as 1 block. And this is while shooting about 69% from the free throw line, 38% from three-point range, and 50% from the field. And at 7'3", Soto mainly plays the center position and could potentially become the next unicorn like Kristaps Porzingis in the NBA. But he definitely needs the proper situation and a ton of time to develop into a legitimate NBA player and potentially a star in the future. And his current weaknesses are mostly on the defensive side of the court, so he definitely needs to work on that to improve in the NBA. But on the offensive end, he definitely moves well with his feet at 7'3", and he's a good shooter overall by shooting about 38% from three-point range and 50% from the field. And he definitely has a high IQ as a 7'3" center, so as a second round pick for the Knicks at number 42, he would definitely make some sense as a backup center in the league so far. It just comes down to if Tom Thibodeau will be willing to wait and be patient with Kai Sotto's development. And the Knicks have actually already worked out Kai Sotto on Monday, so he definitely has a chance of being drafted as a second round pick of the team. But now let's get into the second prospect that New York should potentially consider selecting. So prospect number 2 for New York in the second round would be Syracuse's Buddy Boeheim. And last season for Syracuse, the 6'6" sharpshooting guard averaged about 19 points, 3.5 rebounds, and 3 assists as well as 1.5 steals per game. And throughout last season, he shot about 34% from three-point range, 41% from the field, and 88% from the free throw line. So he's definitely a sharpshooting guard, and he could be a player like Duncan Robinson in the NBA. And he's more experienced than any other college player this year because he's been in college for 4 seasons already and 22 years old. Which is why Tibbs probably likes him already because of that experience. And according to Adam Zagoria, Boeheim shot the lights out in his private workout with the Knicks as he shot 71 out of 83 pointers. So that's impressive to me for sure, and I would definitely consider selecting him with the 42nd pick if he's even available. And now let's get into the third and final prospect that New York should consider with the 42nd pick. So prospect number 3 with the 42nd pick with the Knicks would be Jared Rhoden out of Seton Hall. So last season, Rodin averaged about 15.5 points, 7 rebounds, and 1 steal per game. And this is while shooting about 80% from the free throw line, 34% from three-point range, and 39% from the field. And as a guard at 6'6" and 22 years old, Rodin definitely has a good NBA-ready body, and he definitely has some potential and high upside as an NBA defender. But the reason that he's likely not going to be a first-round pick is because of his age at 22 and also his inconsistency from the field at only shooting about 39% from the field. But he should be another guy that Tibbs would be interested in because of his body and his NBA size with his shooting abilities and defense. And so far, out of potential second round picks, the Knicks have worked out Jared Rhoden, Buddy Boeheim, Kansas's Jalen Wilson, as well as Darius Days, Gabe Brown, Kevin McCullough, and Peter Kiss. And of course, Kai Sotto as well on Monday. So all 3 of the players that I mentioned in this video have been worked out by the Knicks, which definitely means that they are a possibility at the 42nd pick. So with all that out of the way, let me know in the comment section down below who out of these 3 prospects would you want the Knicks to select with the 42nd pick in the 2022 NBA draft. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe if you're new to see more videos like these, and it's been KNYT here and I'm out. Peace.